Hi guys, welcome to my channel. This is Donna with Donna Loves Yarn, and I just thought I would try something new today. I have local friend here that I'm trying to teach her how to make this shawl. She's very new to crochet. Hi Nancy, if you're watching. And she's doing a single crochet blanket. She wanted something smaller that she could break up, the long project with. She didn't want to do a hat and she didn't want to do a scarf. So I said, how about this shawl? Well, I'm trying to teach her double crochet. So I just recorded a short little tutorial for her, and hopefully that helps her learn it. Our next group at the library isn't for another week and a half or so. But if I need to, I can teach her there. But I'm trying to get her on the shawl bandwagon. And this shawl is so simple. And I'm not just saying that because I've been doing this for 2 years, but it really is simple. If you know how to double crochet, the rest of it is easy. So this is the South Bay Shawl, which I'm just obsessed with. I hate using that term, but I'm crazy about this shawl. And I started my 4th one last night. And I had started it doing the whole shawl with this yarn, which this is a Araucania yarn. And I only have 3 hanks of it. So I only have like just over 300 yards of it. Well, by the time I got even bigger than this, I realized that this is just too busy of a yarn. In my opinion, it was just too busy. And the thought of pairing it with an outfit, it would just be too limited. It would be too limiting for an outfit. So this was my original plan, much like my blue one that I did for my cousin's wife. I wanted to use the variegated as, like an accent row or repeat. So I started this last night. This is a, both of these are wool and silk blend yarn. This one, this olive green one, is a lace weight. And at first I thought I'd have to triple it to make it work, but triple seemed to be a little too heavy. So here's the yarn. It's very thin, but I decided to just go ahead and double it. And this is from Gazal. It's a Gazal yarn. It's called Wool and Silk, and it's a joy to work with. It just glides over my hook like nobody's business. So I held it double and did all this, and then every 4 repeats now I'm going to add this Araucania yarn. So I just wanted to come in here and demonstrate a little bit of this shawl, show y'all how easy it is. Okay, so the first row of the repeat is the setup for the shells. So you'd start with a chain 6 and go into the exact same, the base of that stitch of that chain, and you do your double crochet, end it with a chain 1. This is my first time recording myself stitching anything, so I hope it turns out okay. It's probably going to go in and out of focus. All right, and I'm not used to stitching so far away from me, so bear with me. Okay, so after you do that, that's your first V-stitch. After you do that, then you skip 2 stitches and you go into your 3rd one and you do a double crochet. And then you do a 2nd double crochet. I'm going in and out of focus. I can tell already. I wonder if autofocus is on. It must be. Okay, so then you do a third. So you do 3 doubles in a row, and then you chain 1. And then here you have just a lone double, which is in between this section of 3 from the row below. You go in there and you do your next V-stitch. So that is double crochet, chain 3, double crochet, chain 1. And then you're at your next shell of 7. You skip 2. You go into your third and your fourth and your fifth. Chain 1. You chain 1 between all of your what do you call it? I don't know. Between all of your you know what I mean. There's only one exception that you don't chain 1, and it's on your shell row when you're up at the top. You don't chain between this shell, the double crochet in the middle, and the next shell. You don't chain 1 there. That's the only exception. Otherwise, you chain 1 between each part. So you go into your next double crochet and you do your V. 1, 2, 3. And then back into the same stitch to complete your V. Chain 1. Then you're back at your next shell. You skip the first 2 and you go into your third and your fourth and your fifth. So you have 2 empty double crochets on either side of that shell. 2 empties on either side. This yarn is just, it's like butter. Okay, so then you chain 1 at the end of that and you go into your next double crochet by itself and you do another V. 1, 2, 3, creates the top of that V. And that's where your next shell is going to go. Chain 1, you're at your next shell, skip 2, go into 3, 4, and 5. Usually this yarn doesn't give me a hard time, even though it's held double. I haven't had any problem with splitting or anything, so that's lucky. All right, so I finished that last grouping of 3. I chained 1. Now we're going to go into the double crochet and make our next V. The bigger this gets, the more V's you're going to have to do. 1, 2, 3 for the top of the V. Go into the same stitch and complete your V. Chain 1. Oh, now see, I wasn't thinking. Yeah, skip 2. All right, so this is that South Bay Shawl. Not much going on today. It's warming up a little bit here in Missouri. What else is going on? Nothing much going on. I had a grocery delivery today. Had to get more stuff for my rabbit. So some more cabbage. Hi, Goob. You're kind of stuck there, aren't you? There's no way through. So here's where the two shells meet from the row below. So you'd still have your section of 3 here, and then you skip your 2, and then here's your center, and you do a double crochet, chain 3, you put your V-stitch here, go into the same stitch, do another double crochet and a chain 3, and then you go into the same stitch to complete. So this is basically a double V at the top. So this, you'll have your one shell here and one shell here, just like this. And of course end with a chain 1, and then you skip 2 for the next, and you start back over and do the same on this side. Anyway, I had grocery delivery today because I was out of cabbage, and he loves cabbage, so I guess I'll have cabbage in the house all the time. He loves cabbage. He does not like romaine lettuce. I mean, he'll eat it, but he will nose his way through the romaine to get to the other stuff that he likes better. It's so funny, but he'll eventually eat it. He likes parsley. He likes cilantro. He loves apples, though you're not supposed to give rabbits much sugar. So got to be very careful with the sugar. That includes carrots. Carrots have a good amount of sugar in them also. So he gets an apple every so often. Gets carrot every so often. I just got some bananas, so he'll get a treat with a banana. Probably maybe tonight. I don't know. He had an apple for breakfast, so probably won't get anything sweet again till tomorrow. So we did that, and there's this recipe that I want to make. It's one of Ina Garten's recipes, and I have everything I need for it except for Kahlua. So if any of you are familiar with the icebox cakes, where you take those chocolate wafers and smother them with whipped cream, you put the whipped cream between the wafers, and then you cover the whole thing and make like a log. My mom used to make it. Well, used to. I think she made it once, but I still remember it. She may have made it more than once. Anyway, this is a variation of that icebox cake where you take Tate's chocolate chip cookies, those real thin, crispy ones, and you layer them in a springform pan. And between each layer of cookies, you have this coffee flavored whipped cream that you put between the layers of cookies. And then once you fill your springform pan, you cover it, you put it in your fridge overnight, and the next day you have icebox cake with coffee flavored whipped cream and cookies. And by the time you cut into it, the cookies now are soft, kind of cakey. So I have everything I need for that recipe except for the Kahlua. So I really want to make that. It sounds so good. Of course, you know, Ina Garten has all kinds of good recipes. I hope I'm doing everything right. I don't talk well and stitch at the same time. Did I do a chain 1 there? It looks like I did. So, yeah, I might make that this weekend if I feel like getting out and getting some Kahlua or other coffee flavored liqueur, off brand. Other than that, there's not really much going on. I just thought I'd try something different here today. Posting this so that I can share it with Nancy and hopefully get her comfortable with a double crochet enough to make a shawl, because this thing is so easy. And if I spend the day working on this, of course nothing else will get done, but if I spend all day today working on this will probably be done tonight, because I've only got two hanks of these wool and silk, but I have plenty of this other color for the accent rose. Let's see what else. Hopefully I'll get to meet up with my cousin's wife to give her that blue shawl that I made. Hopefully I'll get to give that to her soon. I know she'll love it. By the way, today is March 1st, 2024. Yesterday was Leap Day. Just another day, right? I didn't feel like it was really anything special. But whatever. Okay, there's my third. Chain one. Now, when you get to the end, this is a little challenging, especially for this row, because you skip these two, and then you have your chain three here. And depending on the yarn you use, it can be kind of hard, because you're supposed to get into this top of the chain three, and it can be pretty difficult. So what I've been doing is I just go into the space. It's the same. It looks the same. Chain three, because we got to put a V-stitch at the end, and then go back into the space again, and then chain three at the top of that V-stitch, and then we turn. And now this will be the shell row. So you put your first shell here, and it's 7 doubles. I'm getting hung up. I need to put my sleeves up. There's 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I hope this clock isn't distracting. Maybe I'll move it, because I bet it's distracting. Okay, and then you chain 1 at the end of that 7, and then here's your grouping of 3. And this is where you'll put that one double crochet that we put our V-stitch in on the next row. So it's just a double crochet in the middle of that 3, and then chain 1, and then you come over here and do your next shell. One, 2, I'm probably falling out of frame. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Chain 1. This is something I never really thought I would do, is, turn the camera to record my work or whatever. I never thought I'd do this, but it's not hard. And I don't have to worry about what I look like today. So, anyway, that's the South Bay Shawl that I absolutely love. And I will wait and do 4 of these repeats, and then I'll put in another row of the Araucania. And I think I may give this to one of my sisters. I mentioned my baby sister. She's turning 60 in April. Well, I have another sister who's turning 72 in May. And our get-together is in May. So I'm going to take my little sister's shawl for her April birthday, and then I'll take this one because she likes these kinds of colors. I'll take this one for her birthday in May. Plus, we're gathering the day after Mother's Day. So my plan is to have something made for each of my sisters. So there are 7 of us girls, but only 6 of us meet. The other one just doesn't want to make the time. She has other things to do. She lives in Arizona, and she just has other things on her agenda. She did, however, meet with us when we met last October. Or did we meet in November? It was either October or November we met, and she came to everybody's surprise. She attended. So that was nice because we rarely see her. The last time we saw her was when my mom passed, and that was in 2019. So, it was great to get to see her. That was really nice. But, I doubt it's going to happen again. We probably won't see her till we have another death in the family. But who knows? We'll see her when Jesus comes back. So we're at 22 minutes. I think that's all I've got for you guys. Excuse me, today. I just wanted to show a little bit of this shawl. So y'all know what I'm doing. And I wanted to share this with Nancy so that she could get an idea, how it's worked up, so we don't have to wait until next Sunday. Look at that mark. And I don't even hold it that tight, but it sure leaves a mark every time. So, okay, that's all I've got for you guys today. Thank you for joining me. Thank you to all my new subscribers. I hope you enjoy your time here. This channel is about yarn, and it's about crochet and my love for both. And it's a great craft to get into and to learn. And I mean, look at the beautiful things that you can make. And, to me, this is kind of basic. This is pretty basic stuff. There's other things that are way more difficult. But at this point, I don't care to tackle them. But anyway, I'm rambling again. Thank you for joining me, and I will see you guys on the next video, which will probably be oh shoot, it's Friday. I was going to show my FOs. So I might record another video later today showing off the shawls that I finished. So until then, guys, thank you for joining me. Have a great rest of your day. Be blessed. Know that God loves you, Jesus loves you, and I love you. Take care, and we'll see you next time. Bye.